It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. We're here to talk about the latest teaser that they released during the New York Comic Con, and most of what we're going to talk about is actually something I predicted in my previous video, like yesterday, because I did a video talking about what I think they're going to release, how I didn't think they're going to release a full-on trailer, but rather a longer teaser like the first one, and possibly some more posters or character portraits, and that's exactly what they gave us. There are some very intriguing details though in this quick teaser that they released, which we're going to be breaking down. We're also going to talk about the casting news for the show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So, of course, like I said, my prediction for what I thought they're going to release for New York Comic Con as far as promotional material goes was pretty much accurate. It was on point. They gave us a teaser, much like the first teaser, a bit longer and more extensive. But also they gave us some character portraits or pictures, but they didn't release a full-on trailer, which is exactly what I thought they're gonna do. Now in this one, what is interesting is that we're seeing a flip of the first teaser. And what I mean is that we're seeing this teaser from someone else's perspective, from Rick's perspective. If you remember, the first teaser was really from Michonne's perspective. We did see a few shots of Rick, like we saw a few shots of Michonne, but the voiceover was from Michonne. Michonne was telling us something. Michonne was saying, I lost someone a long time ago, but I found that he's alive, something to that effect, and that was that teaser. And we obviously saw a few shots of Michonne, like I said, and Rick. Now this one is different because this promotional teaser contains a voiceover from Rick Grimes himself. Before we dive into what he says, let's talk about this real quick. This was something that was in the first teaser as well, like this foggy red background, and we have someone walking towards the camera. In the first teaser, we saw Rick and Michonne in this same environment, and we see the same thing here. So we see Rick Grimes walking towards the camera, and then he starts talking, saying, I tried to get back to you. Just know that I tried, but I failed. Just know that I love you. That's pretty much what he says through this teaser, which is awesome. I mean, we knew that that was going to be the case, that Rick was going to try to get back, but wasn't going to be successful at doing so, which is why he wasn't back after these many years. So not really shocking reveals here, but it's definitely awesome to finally hear Rick again and to kind of hear from his perspective what's been going on. As limited as it is, it's still pretty awesome. But we do see this shot of Rick. He looks pretty badass. He has blood on his face, probably from killing walkers. He's giving someone a stink eye. He has a CRM jacket on, and it looks like he's in a place where there's some sort of numbering on the buildings, like it says 51, or that's what I think it says. So I'm assuming that maybe he is in some sort of clearing area where he has to kill some walkers. We will talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but we have this super freaking awesome shot of Rick covered in blood, wearing the CRM jacket, and obviously he has a sort of stone face. He probably killed someone. I don't think he'd be like this by just killing walkers. He was probably killing walkers as well, but someone pissed him off and he killed someone. That's what I think happened. Maybe a soldier, maybe a guard, something like that. Now, this reminded me a lot of this scene from the original show, from back in like season 4. This was the scene where he killed Joe. Remember that? He bit his throat off. That was pretty gruesome, right? I think we're going to see something similar because this shot just screams. We're going to see something similar. He has the same expression on his face. Let's talk about this because it's freaking awesome. I mean, nothing really jumps out at you if you don't pay attention. Rick has his axe killing a walker. It's a pretty cool walker. It's like burning on the inside, but nothing really screams at you, right? Wrong. Look at his hand. Is that what I think it is? Is that a fake arm, much like his arm in the comics? It looks like it. I mean, first I thought it was another hammer, but it doesn't really look like it. So that is definitely interesting, intriguing, and confusing. Confusing because why would you put that in the teaser? It's not even the trailer, it's the teaser. So either they're trying to throw us off and fake us out, or Rick is in fact gonna lose his arm, or his hand, I should say. So that's definitely confusing and interesting at the same time. But he does kill this super awesome walker that's like burning on the inside. There's flames inside of it, so that's pretty awesome. And then we have him killing walkers, like here. Now, if you look at the background, it looks like there are other people dressed just like him. So I'm thinking they're prisoners or something like that. And I'm assuming that this role is similar to the role that Silas had in The Walking Dead, The World Beyond. So a bit of callback to that, a bit of the story kind of fitting in terms of the pieces of the puzzle. So that's pretty awesome. But we do see him killing these walkers. And then we have him looking at the carving on his phone. Or on the phone, I should say. The iPhone that we also saw Michonne find. And at this point, we don't know if it's the exact same phone with the carving or drawing of Michonne on it, but it could be. But we do see Rick's reflection on there, so that's pretty awesome. I'm assuming this is before he loses that phone and Michonne finds it. And then we see Michonne walking up to the camera in the same red, smoky environment, so that's awesome. And then we see Michonne here wearing something similar to what she was wearing in the after credit scene that we saw in the series finale of The Walking Dead. So that's cool. We see her here. She's dressed a little different, but similar. She's killing a walker. And then we have this shot of her right here. Pretty cool. And then one thing to note here is that this lines up perfectly with the voiceover when Rick says, "I love you." So that was pretty cool and kind of fitting. Then we have some promotional pictures. We have this one of a CRM soldier or prisoner. It's tough to say, probably a prisoner. They're drinking some whiskey by the looks of it. But this is pretty cool. Not much to break down. Just a new character, probably a CRM prisoner. And then we have this shot of what appears to be someone doing some sort of work on clothes, like he's building clothes or making clothes, crafting clothes, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is not CRM related. I think this is connected to Michonne's story. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, because if you look at the background, what they are wearing, it's very, very similar to what the people that found Michonne were wearing in her final episode on the series, not in the series finale itself, but on her final episode. Who knows? Those two in the background could be the exact same people that found Michonne. We have this shot of Michonne as well. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. She's wearing the same thing that we saw earlier. And then we have some character reveals. So we have this character who we just saw a picture of, Matt Jeffries. Pretty cool. And then we have obviously Pollyann McIntosh returning as Jadis. And then we have this one, Terry O'Quinn playing General Beale. I love this. I mean, things are going to get real intense. He's a great actor. Super intrigued to see what he's going to do and how much focus they're going to have on his character. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.